Let's talk about Uber support. If you're a new driver, at some point you are going to need to contact Uber support. Maybe it's a little issue, maybe it's a big issue, but I want you to know what you should expect when you do that. This last week, I had a situation where I delivered an Uber Eats order to a customer, and the customer indicated to me that she was very thankful that I found her house. I inquired with her as to why she said that. She said that all of the other drivers that she's had, whether it be a passenger request or an Uber Eats order, have had difficulty finding her house. I used the Waze app, and it took me right to her house. However, when I switched it over to the Uber app for GPS, it showed her house in the middle of the street, being a major highway, really, a one-way, and about a block away from her house. Not even in her subdivision. So I said, no problem, I will contact Uber support for you. Rest assured, we'll get this figured out. You won't have a problem anymore. I was trying to reassure her, right? Well, let's just say it took me about a week and it's still not resolved. But I want to show you what you might expect when you contact Uber support. First of all, there are two different ways that you can submit an issue or a problem with Uber support. You can do it in the app or you can do it online. I'm going to show you right now how to do it online and later in the app. Once you're on the website, simply log in to the driver login side on the website. This will bring up the dashboard for your current week as well as the past weeks. In the top right hand corner, you would just go to the appropriate week and select it. Once you have found the trip specific to the issue that you have, all you have to do is hit the help button in the bottom right hand corner. You would then select on the bottom what the type of issue is and it would break it down further. In my case, it was a GPS issue. Once you select the correct location, it will break it down further for you and give you some more additional information. All right, so I kind of want to go through this here real quick. So the information on top, it says the Uber navigation app will sometimes provide incorrect information about the pickup or drop-off location. And we understand this can create frustration or a frustrating experience for you. We have a team of engineers dedicated to improve the accuracy of our in-app navigation. The team can often resolve the issue you experience if provided with specific and accurate details. If you had an issue with the pickup or drop-off location detailed in the app, please complete the form below. Your feedback will be submitted to a specialized team for review. To help our team fix the error, please follow the prompts below to provide clear feedback. So that is exactly what I did. So this is what I wrote to Uber. In an effort to help an Uber customer, I'm writing to let you know of an ongoing issue she is having with the driver or drivers being able to find her house. When using the Uber GPS, the driver is taken to about a block away and the address shows in the middle of a major highway and not in her subdivision. The customer indicates that she has to call the driver and try and explain to them how to get to her house, but they usually end up canceling on her and she has to pay a fee or charged a fee. Just so you know, the Waze GPS took me directly to her house. However, after switching over to the Uber GPS, I did find that her house shows to be about a block away and in the middle of a major highway. Also, the house is in an established subdivision, so the issue is not that it's a new house. Thank you for taking the time to help our customer and get this issue resolved. Now, keep in mind, I also did send screenshots of the GPS as well as the notes that she had left on her Uber Eats account detailing these issues. Okay, so this is the first email that I received back from Uber after I submitted my request. Thanks for letting us know about this. We'd like to thank you for delivering. This is the interesting part. Since the changed delivery distance was approximately the same as the original delivery distance, your fare for this trip has been properly compensated with the original fare. I didn't say anything about compensation or fare distances or anything like that. So this was my response to that email. Seriously, you guys need to stop with the generic emails and actually read what I write. I did not ask about additional compensation. I emailed because the Uber GPS did not take me to the customer's house. The GPS took me to the middle of a major road and not into her subdivision. If you look at her Uber Eats account, you will find that she has put notes in on it telling the driver how to get to her house because the Uber GPS is wrong. Once I finally got to her house, I told her I would do my best to have it fixed in the Uber system so she doesn't have to deal with it again. Pretty straightforward. And this is the response I get. Thank you for reaching out. Jason, we truly recognize the importance of having this review. Happy to help. We understand an alternative route may be preferable to the route suggested by the Uber driver app during some trips. We respect your judgment when making these decisions. And then it goes on to explain how that you can use like Waze or other apps. So I responded with this email saying, every time I respond, it is like you guys don't read my response. Let me be very, very clear. I am just trying to help the passenger get the GPS fixed so drivers go to her house and she doesn't have to give them directions every time. The Uber GPS currently takes you to the wrong place. So finally I take to Twitter and I start talking about this, and then Uber responds again with this. Now this is when it starts getting interesting. We saw your message on Facebook and wanted to reach out to you. There was never any Facebook. Then there was this one about 20 minutes later, or 2 hours later, about taxes and tax information. We saw your message on Twitter and wanted to reach out to let you know that we've forwarded this matter to the appropriate department. The next morning, I received this email asking about specific charges, credit card numbers, expiration dates, things like that. I have no idea why they sent this to me. Then there's this one the next morning. The message you sent us via social media included a mention of a card and suspicions of your account being hacked. Now I'm going to show you real quick exactly what I wrote to them on social media. I said through social media, through Twitter, I said I got an email saying something about Facebook and an email about taxes. Their response was, we understand this can be frustrating. It's important that we are able to address this appropriately, and we're basically working on it. I said, seriously, this is the exact problem I'm talking about. I received 3 different emails from you after sending you a DM, and all 3 emails are different and have nothing to do with the issue. You people just need to read what we actually write. It's very frustrating. And that is the only communication I've had with them through any type of social media. No Facebook, no anything else other than what we just read. So finally, the last thing that I said was, seriously, this is ridiculous. I never said anything about my account being hacked or compromised. Uber support is like talking to an automated phone service that cannot understand you. So frustrating. Now, the reason that I made this video was not to bash support and not get everybody frustrated, but just simply let you understand what you may be up against if you have to call support or email support, even for a fairly simple issue. One of the main things that I noticed throughout this process was that every time they responded, it was being responded from a different person. And it was like you had to redo everything again with that person. And then you would get a response from 2 different people. I never once got a response from the same person. Anyway, I hope you liked the video. Please subscribe, click the thumbs up. I always appreciate your support, comments below, and if you have any questions, you can certainly reach out to me.